which is a Parliament building. It's called Willis Lane. Art installation here. All right, today we are here in Wellington and we're going to be doing a loop around the city, a small loop. We're going to make our way over to the train station, check that out, and try to loop around back to the car here. From where we've parked, it's about a 5-minute walk to the train station. We've parked near this Freedom furniture shopping center. It's called Capital Gateway. Bunch of different shops in here, mostly furniture and kind of like home stores. This is an interesting looking concrete building. It's called Archives. You can see part of the Beehive, which is the main government sort of meeting center where all the representatives come and do their politics. A little bar right here. This building is, I think this is a train station, side of it. All right, so this is the train station, Wellington's train station. You have all the info on the train lines right here. 9 3/4 platform. Very cool looking building. All right, let's go look at the outside of the building. And you have info map. Here we are here. We're here now and we're gonna go down to Lambton Quay here. You have a Gandhi statue here. We're going to make our way to Lambton Quay. This is the bus stop area. Have these cool little rain blockers. And there is the Beehive government building. They have these two pillars here. I wonder what they are. Let's see. They have like a info plaque right here. Let's check it out. So these were, it looks like these pillars are tribal boundary markers that were gifted. Pretty cool. Yeah, let's take a quick look around this area. Right away, there's some nice walkways, grassy areas here. And you have some landmark here. We'll check that out after this area. Here is the Beehive, which is a Parliament building. Pretty awesome. And this is the grounds right here. They have an interesting looking building right next door as well. Let's make our way down Lambton Quay. Check out some of the shops. All right, and here's a look at the train station from the outside, from across the road. All right, let's go take a look at this little monument here. I'm not quite sure what it is. I don't see any info plaques or boards on it. I'll look it up once I get back. All right, and this is sort of a shopping area of Lambton Quay. You can see there's a lot of different shops, places to check out. All right, so a lot of food places. Get some cool views of the buildings, surrounding buildings and architecture. Might be a nice area to do some slow motion street videography. So let's try it out. Gonna try to pick up some sushi at this place. It's autumn here, and in the sun it's pretty warm, but as soon as you get in the shade it gets really chilly. That's why you see everyone in coats. So a little bit of art right here. Let's see what this is. Looks like a big top. Some writing on it. And it is a spinning top. Oh, pretty interesting. So it's a spinning top by Robert Jinky. I think that's how you say his name. Not quite sure. November 2022, or 2002. All right, so we picked up some sushi and we're gonna eat in this little park, Midland Park. Let's give it a try. It was a feast. Thank you for the meal. All right, that was a good meal. So now we are gonna do some shopping, clothes shopping. This shop has pretty good quality clothing if you're looking for clothing. I'm in need of some more t-shirts. These ones seem pretty nice. So down the road, you can see that's where the harbor is. Throughout the city, they have sort of these, I guess they'd be installation art. This one is called the Invisible City. Some cool looking art. Let's check out this little shopping area. This building used to be an old bank. It's been converted into a bunch of boutique-like shops. And this is what it used to look like when it was a bank. There's some old registers here. Okay, so I think that was just part of the decor of this cafe here, which is called Smith the Grocer. So there's like a grocer type theme. Just as a side note, this building has some really nice restrooms. There's also a Starbucks in the corner there. You can find more info about this building and its history. Just looking up, I didn't notice this, but they got this cool looking clock. This is what the outside of the building looks like. This is Willis Lane. And there's a whole bunch of shops. So I like to go to the outdoor shops, Kathmandu and Macpac. There's also an underground type of place, which is pretty nice. Right here at this side. So there's an elevator, but there's also stairs that go down. All right, let's go downstairs and check it out. It's a pretty neat place. There's a few places to eat, places to sit. So if the weather's bad outside, it might be a nice little area to take a break and to get a bite to eat. And the escalators here are the connection to the old bank arcade. All these shops are pretty covered, so even when it rains, which it does a lot in Wellington, you get nice cover when you want to come out and shop. We're gonna head down to the harbor front. There's some major construction happening, so we'll just walk down a little ways and see if we can cross further down. This is the Michael Fowler Center. Looks like a cool building. It's like an event hall that has orchestras and shows, things like that. But this is the waterfront, and you can see there is Te Papa, the museum. And so this sort of waterfront is a nice area to walk around. There's a lot of restaurants, cafes. You have the museum there. You have a few theaters. Looks like a lot of the buildings are older but restored. And here is the harbor. It's a cool monument statue. Alright, here's the water. Today it's really calm. It's just a very slight breeze, but it's really nice. There's Te Papa. And the walkway just keeps going along the waterfront and wraps around. You also have some planes coming in, landing at Wellington Airport. Let's go over to the front of Te Papa. So it's a Monday today, so there aren't that many people out walking around. Usually on the weekends it's a lot more crowded. Looks like a historic barge. This area is pretty neat. You have these little stairs and area to jump into the water. So it's a bit cold today, probably why not many people are out jumping into the ocean. And here's Te Papa. I think it's free if you live in New Zealand, but if you are visiting, then there's a fee to enter. So we won't go into Te Papa. Actually, I'm not sure if you're allowed to film in the museum and post it, but I highly recommend going into this museum. There's a lot of neat exhibits, a lot of good information about New Zealand. There's also a shop. And across the road, there's the Takina building, which also has a nice cafe. And right now, there's a Disney exhibit going on there. Pretty cool. This building across the road from Te Papa looks pretty neat. It says the Circa Theater. Looks like they have stage shows here and performances. Nice. Then on the outside of Te Papa, you have this cool kind of installation artwork. It's reflective cubes. We're going to loop back to the train station and where we parked. Nice views of the harbor and the surrounding city. I imagine if you arrive on a cruise ship, this would be a nice walk to do. Even if you just come along the harbor here and go to Te Papa. But looping through the city, there are some nice sights. Have a bunch of locks on this bridge. You have some art right here. This is called Albatross. 1985 to 86, Tanya Ashkin. It's kind of cool. No, I guess it's kind of like if you look at it from the right angle. Might look like a albatross or certain poses or angles of an albatross. So this is a neat little area. Looks like you have boutique shops. A lot of them look to be closed today. Looks like you have a car park as well. Yeah, it looks like a lot of boutique type shops. And you have a plaque here. Alright, just taking a mini shortcut. Alright, let's cut back to the waterfront here. Definitely a lot to check out in Wellington. This is just a little bit. I'll be coming back here to check out other areas. TSB Arena, some restaurants both sides. You have this cool kind of architecture above. Here's more views of the harbor on the waterfront. On a lot of these buildings, looks like they put the history of the waterfront and the harbor. And this one is going through the years and showing how it changes. This is a neat sign here. So it kind of goes over each, I guess, poster, each sign, and kind of associates it with a location where you're at. We have a huge crane here. Oh, and this is where the ferry goes from Eastbourne. Parks here. Eastbourne is on the other side of the harbor. Good way to commute. I mean, on a calm day. We have a large mural on the back of that building there. Little swimming pier area here. There's ladders on the other side of these platforms here. You have these huge Kenna statues. Art installation here. Nails driven into the ground. This one is called The Grove. October 2022. Oh, so from afar they look like metal, but they're made out of wood, painted wood. This building's interesting. It's just a neat sort of architecture, neat design. So they have these huge harbor gates right here. I wonder if they close them at night or when it closes, or do they stay open all day? They're really revitalizing this area. A lot of buildings are being repainted and redone. I think it looks pretty nice. Big old buoy right here. Someone forgot to put it in the water, I think. So we're back at the train station. We're gonna make our way back to the car. All right, so that wraps up this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope to see you in the next one. All right, bye.